Hello, my name is Allison Zeppuhar. I am a systems engineer and a part-time MBA student at Cat School of Business, and I am taking the advertising class with RJ Thompson as professor. And this is my advertising campaign presentation for Lincoln Avenue Brewery in Bellevue. So thank you. In talking to Lisa, as well as looking at the Facebook site, the Instagram, the images on Google, the website, we got a vibe of good beer and good music. And this was repeated a lot by Lisa in the different videos I saw, and just talking to her during class. So we want a space that feels like home. So I wanted to start with this because while we're going to go through the analysis that I've done before creating this advertising campaign, but this is just the whole vibe and the brand and what it seemed like Lincoln Avenue Brewery wanted to convey. So let's go through this analysis and then we'll get to the ad campaign. First off, the SWOT analysis, it's very quick, but some strengths of the brewery: they have really good community engagement. From what we heard of the different students that went to the brewery and other people who talked to, it's always pretty crowded there. So they're getting a lot of people to come to the brewery and have a good time. It has a good atmosphere, good food, beer, and cocktails. Some weaknesses, and these aren't really that big, but I will just share them. So they have a micro location branding. This is just Lincoln Avenue Brewery. It wouldn't be recommended if they want to expand to other parts of Pittsburgh or outside of it, unless they find another Lincoln Avenue. But it doesn't really seem like they need to, because they're still getting that crowd. And at this point, the issue is more just that they are a little bit short-staffed, maybe even managerially, where they might want to hire another person to manage the brewery and the business to help out. And they just have a limited brewing capacity that they're working on. But that takes us into the opportunities. So I know Lisa said that they have another location that they're looking and working to get ramped up in order to expand their brewing capacity and expand their business, and that she would love to also have a larger place to have more performances in the future. So that's awesome and a great opportunity that they have right there in Bellevue. Some threats are maybe other local brewery competition. Right now, they're the only brewery in Bellevue. That doesn't mean they'll always be the only brewery in Bellevue, but it really just means that they have to be the best. And right now, I think they definitely would be, and it's probably driving out other local competition. Another thing I will say, the local population is just shrinking. So I'll show this a slide later, but I think it shrank by like 2.6% in the last 2 years. This could just be ebbs and flows of the housing market. So you never really know. Oh yeah, it's the next slide. So I looked at the target market potential. I did see Bellevue, it's actually from 2020. So in the last 3 years, the population has gone down. That could just mean they're going to Avalon, which is right there too, or anything like that. But it can always come back because the buildings are still there. So I looked at the population of Bellevue and the surrounding area. It's 22,000 people. I'm just going to go through a little bit of what I came up with as the target market that we are trying to reach and the potential of that target market. So I looked at Bellevue, Avalon, Ben Avon Heights, Allegheny Observatory, Brighton Heights, and was targeting like these locations. Now you're going to get people from more and all over Pittsburgh because we have that beer passport, and people love to explore the different breweries and places. But for this, I'm just going to target these locations, as we want to kind of have an awareness campaign to get more people that can walk to the brewery to do that, or to even just take a small bike ride or a drive. So I looked at people over 18 years of age in Bellevue, and what I meant by this, and this is going to be like the target market. So the number will be a little lower, and I think I did actually factor that in because I'm looking at people over 21 that would be able to drink. And I know the brewery does take children as well, but I would guess that most of the money comes from the alcohol sales. So over 18 that like to drink alcoholic beverages, of that population, how many people like to drink beer? And then of that population, how many people like to drink craft beer and would do it at least once a month? And so I came up with a number from the population of the surrounding boroughs of 54 people. So we can expect, if we can reach that target market and get them to go to Lincoln Avenue Brewery instead of another, such as RX or Round Corner, or is it Roundabout Brewery, that we can get 54 loyal customers to come at least once a month. So this is what we're going to try to do and reach with that campaign. Some direct competitors, and I think I just mentioned one, but RX Brewing is in Avalon. So this is one, these are all just close breweries to Lincoln Avenue Brewery. Or sorry, it's in Emsworth. So it's in Emsworth, and they actually specialize in gluten-free beer. So they might not even be a direct competitor, but they do still sell beer, but they're a specialization, and they keep in that swim lane. And they're very famous for being a gluten-free natural beer. There's also Roundabout Brewery. This is actually in the north side in Chateau neighborhood. It's only up during warm hours, so it's a pop-up. Don't have to worry about it all year round, but they do get a decent amount to come during the warm weather days, and they also have a food truck as well. And they have a nice, very nice riverside location. And then another brewery that's a direct competitor would be Necromancer. This is one of the other closest breweries. It's not in the 65 line that goes up that river, the Ohio River, but it is on Babcock Boulevard. It's a newer brewery, up and coming. You could see some people going to this brewery rather than Lincoln Avenue Brewery, where they might have in the past. Some indirect competitors, it's not breweries, but these are all businesses in Bellevue. So the first one is Grill 565. This is pretty much right next door to Lincoln Avenue Brewery, and they sell very much the same thing. Live music, food, drinks, seems like a nice atmosphere. They could see customers going to Grill 565, say if Lincoln Avenue Brewery is very full or crowded, and people are like, oh, I'll just try this one next door. It looks just as great. Tavern Pizza is also in Bellevue and serves the beers. It has the atmosphere, the pizza, appetizers. And then the last one is Jackman Inn. This is more of a bar, not a brewery, very different vibe, but you could see people going here to do a hangout and get food and drinks as well. So getting into the advertising campaign, I threw this picture up because it's very much the vibe that I felt when we went through the research here and what the brewery wanted to convey. So I know Lisa said she wants it to feel like this Cheers is her favorite show, and she always uses the Cheers emoji and the heart emoji. And so she wants a place where the community can go and hang out. And that's just like the bar in Cheers. She wants regulars that just feel like that bar is home, or that brewery is home. It's a safe place, a common congregating place. Good times, good vibe, good food, good drinks, good music. So I've created an awareness campaign, and the first ad here is the hero ad, is this billboard, and it's a big billboard. I even selected a spot on 65 right by Bellevue. I selected this based off of, you're going to get people that pass Bellevue for work daily, or people that are just passing through or even live in Bellevue are going to see this sign as they travel 65. So it'll get a lot of eyes on it and tempt people to go into Bellevue. I picked this background because I liked that there were so many people in it, and it seemed like a fun place to hang out. And I feel like when you see this on the road, you see cheers to good beers. And it kind of gathers that whole now I want a beer, now I want to hang out. There's sunshine, there's outdoors. It just looks like a great atmosphere. And hey, brewery's right there. I didn't really know about that. So this billboard is $21.50 per month or per 4 weeks. And I would recommend 8 weeks of this, just to keep budgets low. You could do more if you have more budget, but this will get a lot of eyes. And honestly, if they don't have a replacement, it might be up even longer. The second is the first subsidiary ad to this. I tried to keep the same kind of branding across the different ads, so it was very much the same feel, the same message. And here, instead of having cheers to good beers, I changed it up a little and did good beer, food, good music, good times. And that's what we want to convey here. Very much similar color scheme and matches the color scheme of the brewery's branding. I chose pictures that I had found on the website and on Google. For the brewery, you have like the crowd and the people having a good time. It shows the nice atmosphere in there. The beers making my mouth water. I want one. And then the friendly staff pouring the nice beer. So I recommend these as a postcard. So it's a very low budget way of getting the word out there. And just because there's such a population in the surrounding areas, I'm recommending Bellevue and Avalon households. So you're looking at about 6,000 households according to the census. And then if you go to GraphX Printing or like another local printer, you can get these postcards for way less than you can on the websites such as Amazon Prints or Vistaprint. I actually used GraphX in Millville for my save the dates, and I think the price was like 1/3 of what I got. The cheapest was Amazon runner-up. So I would definitely recommend a local print shop and supporting local. Another one also supporting your local print shops would be the a sticker campaign. So this would be the third ad in this campaign. And it's very much similar. You got the cheers to good beers, just like the billboard. We're using the branding. It's just the logo. It's very simple, but it gets the word out that Lincoln Avenue Brewery is here. You should go check it out. And what I would recommend for these stickers is just give them out to your customers for free. They can put them on their water bottle. You could have people running around town, such as your employees, just throwing up stickers on different telephone poles, bus stops, wherever they think is best. Give them to their friends. Like, this is a great way to get the word out that there's a brewery. Where's it at? How can we get some? So I hope you've enjoyed this campaign. Thank you so much for listening and have a great day. Thank you.